One of the interesting things is when you kind of go from, I think language is fascinating. I'd love to be able to retire at a young age and just kind of study language. Because you think, couple 100,000 years back, we were probably just making noises, drawing things in the dirt, trying to communicate something. And then different languages started to develop. So anytime that there's a translation from this ancient language of Sanskrit or Pali to English, many times there's like multiple words that are used. And you guys will find that, especially they're in the teacher training, we'll use like 4 English words to describe a Sanskrit word or a Pali word. Because there's kind of, in an essence, we're trying to build something around what their word means. So when the Buddha taught the eightfold path, he used the idea of right, like right view, right intention, right? But it's not to introduce this idea of duality, of this is right, thou shalt do this. It's more of this is right, this leads to more happiness, right? This leads to less suffering. And I like to a lot of times just use the idea of wise. Right? So we'll kind of even get rid of the whole idea of right and wrong and just say wise. So he said the first one and the most important one to start with was just wise view or wise intention. Again, there you're getting multiple words. Wise view, wise intention. Not intention, wise orientation. This is idea of being able to understand a situation. And when we're looking at a situation, we're looking at life, understanding, to understand, and we can see it right in the word, to understand, to kind of stand under something, to have a perspective on it. And there's 3 different aspects, 3 different ways that you can look at it. The first one is just, when we're looking at a situation, is it's impermanent. Right? Everything that arises will pass. Everything that's coming up will go. The second way of looking at it is karma, which is a very popular word in 2010. But the easiest way to understand karma is just patterns. Right? It's just patterns. Right? How we look at things is very much so based on just patterns. Right? The neighborhood we were raised, the church that we went to, our parents. And that's a lot of how we see things. We see things through filters. Right now, everybody's hearing me in a different way. Everybody's filtering it in a different way. And much of that deals with your patterns in your past. And then the third way of looking at the wise understanding would be suffering, would be the first truth. Just this idea of the fact that things aren't really always going to go our way. And that if we resist kind of what's presenting us, we're going to stress. We're going to get stressed out.